Hi, it's Jesse. I'm here today to show you how to update the WordPress training team's github.io site. And this is so that it can remain up to date so that the WordPress.org site can pull it in. So I'm going to start from the top here. We're going to go to the repo for the GitHub Pages site and fork it to our own GitHub account. That way we can make sure that any changes we make are happening on our fork, and we can pull requests in later without affecting the entire teams. So when that finishes, go ahead and copy the clone link, and we're going to head over to the console. So if you're using Windows, I highly recommend Git Bash to do this. If you're using an Apple computer, I recommend using Apple's built-in terminal application. So we'll go ahead and git clone the repository and change directory into there. So as you can see, the repo is here now. If we go into the lesson plan directory, you can see that all of these lesson plans are here, but they are all empty. So that is why we have to go ahead and initialize the submodules. So a git submodule is a pointer to a specific point in time of another repository. So in order to go ahead and just fill in the pointers that are already there, we're going to run git submodule init. And then we're going to run git submodule sync. Okay, so now they are all synced and initialized. So what we need to do is go ahead and run git submodule update. And this is going to take some time because it's going to be cloning each individual site here, or each individual repository. So we'll go ahead and pause the video until that finishes, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, that's finished running now. So I want to point out one specific repository that has had some slides added to it since the last time the site was updated. So the lesson setting a static page as your home page. So I'm going to check that out. Scroll down to the S's. Setting a static page as your home page. So as you can see right now, this repository does not have the slides directory because it's still pointing to a previous point in time in that repo. So in order to get the freshest versions of all the repos, we're going to run the command git submodule update -- remote. And that's going to update it with the head of all of the remote repositories. So that's going to run, and it's going to just check out the newest version of each repository. So that's going to take a little bit, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so that's finished running now. And as you can see, during the update, the slides directory appeared in here, and we have the slide deck for that update. So now all we have to do is go ahead and commit. I'm going to use the comment update lesson plans 30 November 2020. And stage your changes. Git lesson plan /star dev /lesson plan /star, and go ahead and try that commit message again. Okay, I've committed it. I'm going to go ahead and push it to my fork. Git push origin master. All right. And then all that's left to do is go ahead and head back to GitHub and submit your pull request. So I'm going to go ahead and just refresh this page. We're going to check and see if we see the lesson plan / setting. Static page is your home page. And there are the slides because we're on the newest version now. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my fork and do my pull request. And new pull request back to WP training team in the master branch and my version in the master branch, and create that pull request. From there, we just need an admin to go ahead and merge the pull request in the github.io site, and everything will be updated. There are a couple just miscellaneous things I want to point out here. There are a couple of scripts inside the .tools directory. These two scripts, update lessons and update manifest, are automated versions of those processes that we did. You may or may not want to use these because what this does do is it will create a lesson plan in the site for everything that's in this, every repo that the training team owns. So if you do want to use these, by all means, do so. It's just every time that we create a repository in the organization that we don't want to be published as a lesson plan, it has to be added in this omitted repos.manifest. So there is some documentation on that if you head over to the README in the .tools directory. You can see an explanation on how all of this works, and you can see some of the commands that I did. I am going to go ahead and update this documentation with the commands that I explained in this video so that it can be done manually rather than with the automated script, and that way hopefully we'll be able to maintain the site better in the future. So let me know if you have any questions. Jesse C. Owens on Slack, Twitter, all the things. Jesse C. Owens. And let me know. Thank you very much.